South India, 9th century. Fertile lands spread along the banks of the Kaveri river, markets filled with the aroma of spices and pearls, and the drums of war echoing in the distance. This is where the new story of the medieval Cholas begins. A dynasty that was once almost lost. But in just a few decades, it rose to become the most powerful force in South India. And the first chapter of this great saga is Vijayalaya Chola. Vijayalaya Chola, the last hope of a lost dynasty. There was a time when the name of the Cholas remained only in history books. Their power, their forts, their cities, all had been taken over by the Pandyas and neighboring dynasties. But Vijayalaya did not accept this. By connecting the small forts of the south one by one, he captured Tanjavur from the Pandyas. And this marked the rebirth of the medieval Chola Empire. Climbing the walls of Tanjavur, he raised the flag of victory. That day, not just a city was won, a new era was born. Vijayalaya saw a determined warrior in his son, Aditya I, and now the dreams of the Cholas rested on his shoulders. Aditya I, the warrior who restored lost glory. Aditya I was completely different from his father, more aggressive, more courageous, and exceptional on the battlefield. He defeated the Pallavas, expanded the Chola Empire up to the northern banks of the Kaveri, and made the Cholas a strong political power once again. The victories of Aditya I strengthened the foundation of the Cholas. Let's see the expansion of Aditya I's empire around 871 CE, 907 CE. After Vijayalaya Chola, he strengthened the Chola Empire. 2. Capital. Tanjavur. Vijayalaya made Tanjavur the center of power, and Aditya I strengthened it as a fortified and administrative hub. 3. Geographical expansion. Aditya I's empire was quite large, especially in South India. North, up to the northern parts of the Pandya region, in modern Pandya territories south, southern parts of Kerala and Tamil Nadu east, not up to the Bay of Bengal, but areas between the Kaveri and Periyar rivers west. Some boundaries reaching the western Ghats. He secured the territories acquired by his father Vijayalaya and carried out active campaigns against the Pandyas. 4. Wars and expansion. Victory against Pandyas. He defeated the Pandya states, establishing Chola dominance over Tanjavur and surrounding regions. Friendship and diplomatic agreements. He also made treaties with neighboring states to secure the north-south borders. The empire was centered around Tanjavur and the fertile delta regions nearby. Later, his sons Parantaka I and Parantaka to strengthen this expansion even further. Parantaka I, the era of ambition and struggle. Parantaka I tripled the strength of his father's empire. He defeated the Pandyas, raised the Chola flag in the Pandya capital Madurai, and expanded Chola rule impressively. But this golden journey did not last long. The Chalukyas from the north and the Pandyas from the south attacked together. Years of war exhausted the Chola army. Parantaka I grew old, and cracks began to appear. His successors lacked the same strength and leadership, and gradually the Chola Empire started becoming unstable. In this age of instability emerged Parantaka II, Sundara Chola. Parantaka II, Sundara Chola, gentle as poetry, strong as the state. Parantaka II was a completely different kind of king, soft-hearted, sensitive, loved by the people, and a patron of art and literature. But the reality of ruling was harsh. Contrary to his gentle nature, continuous rebellions by the Pandyas, fatigue of the Chola army, economic pressures, growing attention from neighboring states. Sundara Chola became king at a time when the Chola Empire was on the verge of losing its full strength. But he was not alone. With him were two sons, Aditya II, Aditya Karikalan, and Arulmozivarman, future Rajaraja Chola I. Aditya II and Arulmozivarman, two brothers, two destinies. Aditya II, a warrior, aggressive and fierce. The sound of his sword made the Pandya king's palaces tremble. Arulmozivarman, calm, wise, thoughtful, beloved by the people, trusted diplomacy and compassion over war. The two brothers were completely different, yet deeply connected. They knew each other's weaknesses, trusted each other's strengths, and fought for one dream, a strong and united Chola Empire. And these three together, Sundara Chola plus Aditya to plus Arulmozhivarman, were about to face the most challenging battle in Chola history. Let's look at the rule and expansion of Aditya II, Aditya Karikalan Aditya, who never ruled independently for a long period. He was the crown prince and successor of Parantaka II, Sundara Chola. His greatest achievement was military victories and establishing dominance over the Pandya state. Due to his assassination, he never ruled the kingdom alone. 2. Capital and center, Tanjavur and the surrounding region under Parantaka II. Aditya II was active during Parantaka II's reign as a commander, leading campaigns and minor conflicts. 3. Geographical influence, mainly in South Tamil Nadu and the Pandya regions, he led military campaigns. Under his leadership, the Chola army captured several forts and cities in the Pandya territory. His influence was strong over many parts of the southern border. Aditya II's rule was not independent. He operated under Parantaka II, exercising military and administrative authority rather than full sovereignty. 4. Wars and achievements, victories over the Pandyas. He defeated the Pandya kings and established Chola dominance. His leadership and war skills were so impressive that he is remembered as Aditya Karikalan. After his death, the full credit for his achievements and the authority he built was carried forward by Arulmozhivarman, Rajaraja Chola. Significance: Aditya II strengthened Chola military power, laid the foundation for the empire's stability and expansion. His sacrifice and untimely death prepared the throne for Arulmozhivarman. Shadow loomed on the horizon. The Pandyas' revenge was far from over. Political conspiracies were deepening, and behind the scenes, quietly approaching with slow steps, was an event that would change the fate of the entire Chola Empire. History is often written only by the victors. But have you heard the story of that young prince who saved the empire after his brother's mysterious murder? The deaths of his father and elder brother trapped him in a complex political web. Before him were rebellions, conspiracies, and even trusted commanders who could turn into enemies. And it was this challenge that shaped him into one of the greatest Cholas in history. Around 1010 CE, the assassination of Aditya to send shockwaves through the Chola Empire. Who was responsible? Some historians say it was a conspiracy, the hand of enemy states or insiders from the royal household. Sundara Chola, his father, was plunged into deep grief. Prince Arulmozhivarman saw his elder brother's death and realized strength alone was not enough. Patience and intelligence were equally important, because one wrong move could put the entire empire in danger. Arulmozhivarman could not demand the throne immediately. The high officials of the Chola Empire decided that the time for succession had not yet come. Around him were disagreements, betrayals, and political maneuvers. But Arulmozhivarman showed patience. He strengthened the army, appointed new ministers and trusted commanders, secured foreign and local trade routes. His message was clear: not just war, but administration and justice are what make an empire last. For political reasons, the Chola Empire made Uttam Chola the temporary king. For some, it was a step of security. For others, it was a game of power. Arulmozhivarman accepted it, but his eyes held firm determination: one day I will sit on the throne and make the Cholas great again. During this time, the bravery and sacrifice of Aditya remained alive in the minds of soldiers and people. The echo of his sword, his daring strategies, and stories of his courage, all of this stirred within Arulmozhivarman, preparing him to be born as the greatest Chola in history. Arulmozhivarman focused deeply on his training, reorganizing the army, preparing naval forces, building secret camps, and war strategies. He instructed his commanders, "We must defeat the enemy not only on the battlefield, but also by outsmarting their plans and thinking beforehand." This was the foresight in his strategy, which would later make him Rajaraja Chola I. Arulmozhivarman was not just a strategist. He had deep emotions for his family and his empire. His brother's murder hurt him deeply, his father's disappointment and worry strengthened him mentally. These personal moments show us that a great king is not made by sword and army alone, but also by emotions, justice, and morality. Eventually, Arulmozhivarman began protecting and expanding the Chola Empire's borders. He suppressed the Pandya rebellions, took control of small forts and towns, forced enemies into treaties. The first conflicts made it clear Arulmozhivarman was no longer just a prince, but the future protector of the Chola Empire. Rajaraja's son, Rajendra Chola I, took his father's dreams to new heights. Let's look at the reign and expansion of Rajendra Chola I. Around 1014 CE, 1044 CE, he ascended the throne after his father, Rajaraja Chola I. 2. Capital and administrative center. Gangakonda Cholpuram, new capital, established in memory of Rajaraja. Tanjavur continued as a cultural and religious center. 3. Geographical expansion. During Rajendra Chola I's reign, the Chola Empire expanded to its largest historical extent. Main regions. Northern India reached up to the Bay of Bengal. Dominance extended to Bengal and Odisha in northeast India. Southern India, complete control over Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Pandya, and Chera regions. Overseas campaigns. Sri Lanka, Lanka conquest and Chola control established. Southeast Asia, Malaya, Sumatra, Cambodia naval campaigns and trade dominance. Established maritime and military power overseas. Rajendra Chola I turned the Chola Empire into a naval superpower. Ganga campaign, Ganga conquest. Campaigns reached the Ganga River in northern India. Established a capital called Gangakonda Chola. Rajendra Chola I brought the Chola Empire to its greatest size and power, establishing Chola influence across South India and Southeast Asia. His naval campaigns and administrative reforms provided both stability and prosperity. For the first time, the Chola navy extended so widely across Sri Lanka, the Malay archipelago, Sumatra, and Cambodia. During his reign, the Chola Empire's influence spread across all of Southeast Asia. Symbolically, the new capital was named Gangakonda Chola. The relationship between Rajaraja and Rajendra was more than father-son affection. They shared strategies, discussed the future of the empire, balanced the army, the people, and culture. This father-son bond became the foundation of strength and policy, giving the Chola Empire both stability and grandeur. Rajaraja and Rajendra Chola reshaped history. Their story reminds us that history is written not just by swords, but through courage, strategy, and vision. And friends, with this, our journey through the medieval Chola Empire comes to an end. But the journey doesn't stop here. Before starting the story of the Mughals, our goal is to cover every major empire and dynasty across North, South, East, and West India. We have already covered the greatest South Indian empires, Chola, Pandya, Chera, and Pallav. Now it's time for the great empires of the Deccan. In the upcoming video, we will cover this entire list and we will bring them to you one by one. So, meet us in the next video, where the epic tales of these great Deccan empires will begin. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and comment below to tell us which Deccan empire you want to see first.